Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube. Ren here. I'm making a sort of a slipshod, just vlog type video just to explain my absence for the previous week and probably for the coming week as well. But I did want to reach out and just say hi. The past week we had, in my tradition, which is Blue Star Wicca, we had the virtual family gathering. Normally, the family gathering would be where all the members of Blue Star Wicca and their associated families and close people would be invited to an actual physical get-together. It happens every other year, usually a big camp-out weekend where we get to sort of share community and ritual together and share ideas, and it helps us to unify a tradition that is otherwise composed of entirely independent groves and covens. So this would have been my first family gathering because I was dedicated after the last family gathering took place, not long thereafter. So it was a little bit of a disappointment that it had to happen virtually because, of course, COVID. But it was still super valuable to me to have that time to connect with other people in the tradition and, you know, finally put faces to some of the names that I'd heard in stories and things like that. But this is a new world that we're sort of navigating here, and we have to kind of redefine our definitions of community. I think that having some sort of community is really important. I think, especially a magical community, even if it's just, you know, people you interact with online, it can be really super helpful to have those people that you can kind of bounce ideas off of. You know, pick and choose what fits with your own personal practice. I'm just blowing hair in my mouth. I mean, back in the day, we used to do that with books. You know, that was why the big name pagans were the authors, is because that was the primary way of spreading information and sort of, you know, outside of course, traditional covens and the like. When we're talking about solitary Wiccans, which has been like a big thing since the 90s, that was the way that community was sort of built and shared, is just through the written word. But now we have so many other options. I still think that it's really super valuable to have that face-to-face community. My grove mates are incredibly important to me, and I would not be as strong a practitioner if I didn't have the physical in-person support of those friends in the craft. But I realize that that's not something that everybody can have, so I encourage you to find your own community, is basically what this comes down to, because if anything, this previous week has shown me just how super important that is to a growing and thriving practice. So other than that, yeah, I'm out here in my garden because now that school has started, my place that I would normally film inside at my kitchen table has been co-opted and now has become a classroom from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. every day, which is kind of poor luck because that's like my prime filming time for videos is on the days that I don't work. I try to get it done early in the morning so that I can go move on and do other things, and now all of a sudden my kids are having school and it kind of throws my whole schedule off. But so I have things in the works. It's really just a matter of finding the time that I can do them, and I may have to work out like a timeshare sort of process with my younger child, who is the one who uses the kitchen table primarily for their schoolwork. So we'll see, because the things that I want to do require me to have a flat tabletop surface. I don't know if they need to have that flat tabletop. They may be able to do things in the living room or even just in my bedroom would be fine, but anyway, we'll see. Yeah, that's me rambling. So anyway, I don't really have anything else to say other than just the fact that yeah, you know, thoughts of community were at the forefront of my mind, especially because we're going into Mabon. Mabon is like really big on community and forging those community connections and sharing abundance with the community, you know, in my tradition. So it's going to be a hard Mabon to do effectively solo. Our grove, we're trying to put some things together like I know I've made some jam and apple butter in little jars that I'm going to give out to everyone in the grove. My priestess is probably making some bread to go along with it, so that we, even if we can't be with each other in person, we can at least have some of the same stuff on our tables during that feast. So anyway, yeah. Oh, and if you're new to my channel, hi. I know I picked up a few more subscribers this past week. Vast majority of which were probably Blue Star folks from the family gathering. So welcome. And yeah, that's all I have to ramble on for right now. So that's it. I hope this video finds you well, and I will see you again soon.